Here's a daily reminder that ICE is Gestapo and should be abolished. And this past week, ICE literally ripped away a baby from a breastfeeding mother. They're lying to parents about taking their children to showers and then separating them instead. They also deported a grandpa in Los Angeles who was a legal permanent resident. They're indefinitely detaining green card holders. So spare me if you think that ICE is doing all this to protect us or to stop MS-13, a criminal organization whose prevalence has been dramatically overinflated by the Trump administration in order to justify all manner of human rights violations occurring at the border, especially as Trump calls MS-13 animals, but then denies asylum to their victims. Maybe we're the animals? And the inhumane punishments that resemble Nazi Germany don't end at the border. Immigrant detainees are forced to work inside of private prison facilities for $1 a day. These private prisons are profiting off of state-sponsored slave labor, where human beings are purposely neglected and deprived of basic human necessities such as food and toilet paper. And then they're forced to purchase these items by working. You know the old German saying, Arbeit macht frei, work sets you free? This is that. And to make matters worse, when a lawsuit was filed against the private prison corporations that these immigrants are usually detained in, GOP congressmen, including Iowa's very own crypto-fascist Steve King, literally sent Jeff Sessions and ICE Director Holman a letter begging to pay these aliens no more than $1 a day because they should know they're unwelcome, and that the program is good because slave labor is actually good for the detainees.
But Hassan, these are adults committing real crimes. These are criminals we're talking about.
Well, not exactly. Crossing the border is a misdemeanor, and it's tried in a civil immigration court, not a criminal court, so locking them up is already questionable as a potential violation of the Constitution. Also, other misdemeanors like shoplifting, trespassing, and public intoxication are never addressed with such cruel and unusual punishments. Also, locking up innocent immigrants indefinitely, all while forcing them into slave labor, is straight up Nazi shit. Just like traumatizing children is Nazi shit. I mean, what screams American Gestapo more than a gutted out Walmart fashioned into a giant prison for children, forcibly ripped from their parents at the border? We'll probably find out next week, actually.
I have been inside a federal prison before. I've been inside several county jails. This place is called a shelter, but effectively these kids are incarcerated.
Move along now, nothing to see here, just a giant prison for children where they only have 2 hours of free time outside every day. Totally normal stuff, guys. Good job. This expansion of power and unjustifiable cruelty is identical to how the Gestapo and the SS leverage their fear-mongering to gain impunity and increase their power. And unless more people start speaking out against this now, ICE will take its place next to those onerous outfits in textbooks that caution against tyrannical government organizations. Actually, even if we don't speak out, it probably will. And if you're wondering what you can personally do to stop this from happening, you can share this video with your friends and help them try to understand, help them gain more empathy. You can also call your reps at 202-224-3121 and tell them to end the separation of families at the border. For your senators, you just ask to pass the Keep Families Together Act, and for your House representatives, you ask them to pass the Help Separated Children Act. History is essentially meaningless if we can't learn from the lessons of our past. Don't let what happened in Nazi Germany happen here, because it can, and it already is.